Yeah, I'd like to review a book that I just finished. It's called Life on Land by Emil Conrad. It's the story of Continuum. So, I want to use a metaphor for this book in the sense of my experience of it. So, say that you want to cook a good meal. So, you all of a sudden have this idea that tonight you'd like to cook this particular dish. So, all day you think about it, and then the evening comes and you get all the ingredients together and you have everything that you need, and the ingredients are really good quality ingredients, good spices, good basic vegetables, etc. And then also you decided you want to try a slight variance on how you cook it. And so you begin to cook it and then you serve it, and it turns out to be exactly like you imagined. It's like super delicious, and you kind of go, you're very satisfied. So that's kind of the way this book was. I knew this book was going to be good. I knew this book was going to fit into what I've been studying, but I didn't know how well it was going to fit in. So I was really really excited to get it. I was really impatient with interlibrary loan, which I really recommend for people who don't want to accumulate a lot more books. You can see in the background behind me I have a ton of books, and I don't really want to get more books at this point. So anyways, I got it through interlibrary loan, which meant I had to wait a while, but it came. I live on a Gulf island in British Columbia called Pender Island. So, it's kind of remote, and we have a small library, but we can get libraries from anywhere in BC, so it's pretty exciting. So anyways, this is her story of how she discovered Continuum. And Continuum is, reviewing this book, as you can see all the incredible notes that I've made. And this is for my own depth of understanding, because realistically, I can't do the book justice in a short review like this. What I want to say, especially to those of my students who have, with me, have been studying the dreaming body, have been studying the extracellular matrix, have been studying The Field by Lynn McTaggart, also process-oriented psychology, which is part of the dreaming body. It fits in so beautifully, and I knew it would. I knew that it would really tie into the extracellular matrix, and I knew that it would tie into the sentient level of process work, and that's exactly what it does. And it just gives us a deeper insight into why these are so important, and why they work, and why they heal chronic diseases, and why they are the place of magic where healing can happen. So mostly, I will look for potential reviews that I can post with this, but realistically, I'm just inspiring people who are really interested in deep healing, really interested in new paradigms, new metaphors, new ways of looking. People are interested in water. Recently met a woman who, we met through water, and for her, land is a 4-letter word. So I also belong to a swimming club called the Pender Penguins, or a snorkeling club. And so water is a really crucial part of our life. We live on an island, and water's always been a huge element of mine. And so the extracellular matrix, as we know, our body is primarily water, but this really, really goes into wonderful depth on all the tissues and tissue patterning and tissue remembering and gelling and dissolving, and just how the octopus is the ultimate metaphor, the ultimate example of incredible fluidity of movement, and how our patterning, even now I'm looking at the screen, it like causes a forward motion in my tissues. I worked with a Feldenkrais practitioner, and he would make us swing our arms back and forth and blink our eyes and look side to side to break the forward movement of our eyes, because 80% of our organization of our tissue comes from our eyes. So that's only one of the gems in this book. So I do recommend that you do give it a read. Like I said, Life on Land, and if you are somebody that's been studying the extracellular matrix and has been studying the dreaming body and process work, and also knows the work of The Field by Lynn McTaggart, all that is in here and more. So Do enjoy.